Hey Promise Life team, let's talk about October 2018 amazing promotions that are coming our way. If you can't tell, Young Living is keeping on this theme of wellness. We're going to go through a couple of oils that you may identify more as kitchen herbs and have not really thought about their oily potential, so I want to go through them. But we'll start with the first one, which is oregano. Who doesn't know and isn't familiar with oregano? Well, did you know that it actually comes in the regular, non-vitality oil, and you can also get it in Oregano Vitality. Okay, so remember, when you're talking about Young Living, anything with a white label on it means that it is assumed by the Food and Drug Administration to be GRAS, generally regarded as safe. That means safe for ingestion. Now, there is zero difference between the white bottle and the blue bottle, but Young Living has brilliantly come up with this labeling plan to make sure that you are without the shadow of a doubt about which oils are safe for consumption and which ones are used for topical aromatic. So even though they're the same oil, we're going to talk about the different uses, whether it's topical and aromatic or whether it's ingestible, okay? So fun facts about oregano, it actually comes from the words oros and ganos, which is Greek for mountain joy or joy of the mountain. This was a prized and beloved plant. In fact, they would make wreaths of oregano leaves to give to the bride and groom on their wedding days. It was revered as a symbol of happiness and joy, and so there's tons of ancient traditions, and it was also used for all kinds of different medicinal uses. And so we want to get into some of the ways that we can use it in our homes. What does it do? The first thing you want to know is that oregano can be considered a very hot oil. That means that when you drop it directly on your skin, neat means it's not diluted, it can be very sensitive. Now, different people have different skin sensitivities, okay? So depending on your skin type, you will want to be very careful and dilute oregano oil whenever you are using it. And of course, it will depend on the application, right? I've known people to take a toothpick and a very, very fine point and then just topically apply, let's say where they needed, let's say to smooth the appearance of skin on their face or for like little blemishes or skin tags and things like that. Then you can give it a very pointed, careful, neat application, and you just kind of like feel the heat and it goes away. If you were to take a bottle of oregano oil and pour it over your skin, it's going to feel very uncomfortable. You will want to dilute it very quickly with a carrier oil. That being said, oregano is a wonderful oil for the skin. Okay, so when we're talking about topical and aromatic, definitely do not shy away from this oil as being incredibly beneficial for the skin. Again, you just want to dilute it. It's really not that scary, and I have used it neat and I was very much okay with it. So it's going to depend on your sensitivity, okay? Also, oregano is a powerful oil for your immune system. Let me read to you a couple of the constituents, and this is where you get to go do some Google homework of your own and find out about some of the constituents, okay? Thymol, as in thyme, or thymol, Thymol. Cavracol, Cavracol, another incredible constituent. Beta caryophyllene, or BCP, you can go and Google that. And then we have rosmaric acid, which is a very, very powerful antioxidant. So you will find in your research that especially when it comes to immune support, oregano is a powerful oil. So let's talk about how we can use the Vitality oil. I'm making sure I hit everything on my notes here, so pardon me for glancing up. You can always take your Oregano Vitality, put a drop under the tongue and hold it there. The flavor may not be your favorite, but for those who are not afraid, I do this. Just hold a drop under your tongue for several seconds and it goes straight into your bloodstream, help to boost your immune system. Oregano, of course, is a Vitality oil, so any recipe that you have anywhere in the kitchen that calls for the dried herb, you've got this on hand, and you know that dried herbs you need to be throwing out every 6 months, and if you're not buying organic dried herbs, there's all kinds of chemicals and pesticides, and there's things that they do to herbs, so do your research on that. With oregano, it's just straight up steam distilled oregano leaves, and this can sit indefinitely in your kitchen. And you can use this in place of anything that calls for oregano seasoning. Really great for soups and stews, especially during the sniffle season when we want to help our immune system. So any way that you can think, put it in a couple veggie or gel capsules and swallow it down. Again, with carrier oil. Oregano is in several of the immune boosting blends such as Inner Defense. So if you get your hands on those, you are getting oregano, which is wonderful. Okay, so topical and aromatic. This is when we hold up the blue bottle. This is when we are going to use it in other ways other than ingestion. Now, a wonderful tool is to get a pot of boiling water and put a couple of drops of oregano in there and inhale that steam. It's incredible for opening up that respiratory system. It's incredible for clearing out all of the, stuff that you may want to clear out. The only word of caution with that is when the steam is arising, you don't want to get that steam into your eyes. So you're going to just take some deep breaths of the oregano. You will feel it working immediately, and then just kind of step back, let the steam rise, take a few breaths of the regular air, and then go back. And so more of that steam is really going to open up your lungs in an amazing way. I use oregano that way all the time. Oregano is a gorgeous oil for the skin, again, diluted. Not only is it incredible for helping to promote healing in the skin in areas where you may need it, it is always incredible for help smoothing the skin in areas where you may need it. It is a wonderful oil if you put it on a cotton ball or on a Q-tip and you put it in areas of your home where you have noticed little creepy crawlies that are wanting to come in. They don't like oregano. And so those cotton balls with oregano on it will deter them at the point of access from coming into your home. So it's a natural way of keeping your home pest free. Again, you can put oregano in your DIY outdoor spray if that's something that you are inclined to do. Just, again, make sure it's diluted enough, and in an outdoor spray it certainly would be. Some people will known to put oregano as a couple drops in their laundry to really brighten and freshen it up. Add a few drops into your favorite shampoo and it will really help your scalp to stay moist and help it to not have that, flaky stuff that it can do when it's really dry. There's tons of uses for oregano, but my favorite of which is definitely for the immune system. And again, if oregano may not be your favorite scent, it may not be your favorite flavor, that's okay if you're not throwing it in your diffuser, which you certainly can do for immune support. Swipe it on the bottom of your feet, because we know anything that goes in through our feet hits our bloodstream really, really quickly because our feet are so porous. So there's a ton of great ways to use oregano. I hope I didn't drown you with information, but this is a really great oil. Don't throw it out just because you're so familiar with it as a kitchen herb. It is something you're going to want to have on your shelf in your arsenal for all times. All right, talk to you later.